one more time. And before we get started, I just want to talk to you guys and make sure during this lesson that you are paying attention. I don't want you playing with stuff, no stuffed animals, no cords, and I want you to participate. And make sure your mic is off unless I ask you a question or tell you to turn it on. Y'all got it? Thumbs up if we got it. Got it? Jordan, Jaden, thumbs up. Alright. I'm going to share my screen with y'all real quick. And whenever y'all can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. If you can see it, give me a thumbs up. It should be a PowerPoint. Alright, I got Clarence, Jaden, Tessa. What about you, Jordan? Jordan, can you take that blanket off for me, please? Thank you. Alright, so y'all have already learned about place value with Ms. Rozier, but we're just going to review it real quick. So first, let's look at our standard. It's the 4 in BT2. We're going to read, write, and compare multi-digit whole numbers. And let me read the whole standard. It's read and write multi-digit whole numbers using base 10 numerals, number names, and expanded form. Compare two multi-digit numbers based on meanings of the digits in each place using the greater than, less than, equal to symbols to record the results of the comparison. But today we're only going to be looking at that first part, the reading and writing multi-digit whole numbers using base 10 numerals, number names, and expanded form. So I'm sure y'all are wondering, why do you need to know this? You need to learn about place values so that you know what a number means. The older you get, the more you will need to understand place values for things such as cost, weight, distance, and time. Alright, so we're just going to jump right in. Alright, can somebody raise their hand and tell me the place values that you've learned about so far? Alright, Tessa, you can unmute yourself. What are some of the place values that you've learned about?
1 5 10 45 place of 10,000 100,000 1 million millions with 10 million.
Good job, Tessa. You can but today we're just gonna focus on 1, 10s, hundreds, and thousands, okay? But that was a great job, Tessa. Okay, so place value, reading and writing multi-digit whole numbers. We know that numbers can be written in number form or what we call standard form. So standard form is how you typically see a number written. So let's look at this number, 6,765. So the way that is written in standard form, and the way that you say that is 6,765. So that brings me on to word form. Word form is the way that you write the number in words. So how we just said 6,765 is simply in written form. You're just writing the words that you're saying. So you have your 6,765. Does everybody understand standard and word form? Give me a thumbs up if so. Jordan, I need you to pay attention to me, please. Thank you. Do you understand standard and word form? Jordan, can I get a thumbs up if you do? Thank you. Alright, now we're going to look at our base 10 blocks. Give me a thumbs up if you know your base 10 blocks. You know your base 10 blocks? Alright, so first we have our units, which is just the 1 square. And that's going to stand for our ones place. And then we move on to our longs, which the name is very fitting because it's just one long skinny row. And that's your tens place. And then we move to our flats, and that's for our hundreds place. And then our cubes are thousands place. So let's look back. So units is equal to 1. 1 unit is equal to 1. A long equals 10. A flat equals 100. And a cube equals 1,000. Jordan, can you go back to your seat for me, please? Thank you. Okay, So up at the top we have the number 8,456. And this is basically this chart right here is it just broken down into base 10 numerals. So if you look at your thousands, you have 1, 2. Jordan, I need you to stay on here with me, please. And please mute yourself. Okay, so back to what I was saying, our thousands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 cubes in our thousands place. So that's how we know that's how we know our 8 should be right there. Then we move on to our hundreds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 flats. That's how we know that 4 right there is worth 400. Then we're going to move on to our tens. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's how we know that 5 right there is equal to 50. Now to our ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how we know that 6 right there just equals 6. All right. Jaden, I'm going to get you to help me with this right here. How many, so you can unmute yourself, Jaden. How many cubes are in the thousands place? Count them. Just in the thousands place. Look at our cubes. How many do you see?
Thousands.
How many? How many are in our thousands place? How many is this?
I can't see that good.
Okay. Let me zoom in for you. Can you see it better?
Yeah.
Okay. How many's in our thousands place?
Oh, 1. Five.
All right. Look at that one more time for me and count with me. Okay. So we have 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5.
and we have 6. So if we have 6 cubes in the thousands place, how much is that 6 in our number worth? Think about it like this. Instead of saying we just have 6 cubes, so we know that these cubes are worth 1,000. So we have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. So how much is this 6 worth?
6,000.
That is right. Good job, Jaden. Okay, Clarence, I'm going to get you to help me with the hundreds place. Can you unmute your mic for me? All right, Clarence. Now let's look at the hundreds. How many flats do we have?
5.
Okay. So how much is this 5 in this number right here worth?
500.
And what does 500 say?
Just a 5.
Yes, it is just a 5 right here, but if you have 5 with 2 zeros behind it, how do you say that?
500.
Alright, so since you have 2 zeros behind that number, it's going to be in the hundreds place, so it's going to be a 500. So a number with 2 zeros behind it, you say 100. Alright, Jordan, I'm going to get you to help me with this one. Good job, Clarence. Alright, Jordan, I'm going to get you to help me with this one. So I'm going to get you to unmute, okay? How many many longs do we have in the tens place?
7.
7, that is right. So how much is this 7 worth? The number.
I don't know.
Okay, well let's look at it like this. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So how much is that 7 worth?
20.
Alright, well let's look right back at it one more time. Count with me, okay? We're going to count by, do you know how to count by tens?
No, I don't know how to count.
Alright, well let's see what we can do. So we have 10 right here. And then 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30.
30,
30 plus 10 is 40.
40, 50, 60,
And then
70,
70. So what's our 7 worth?
90.
No, we just said it. What's our 7 worth? What number is a 7 and a 0?
50 and 40.
A 7 and a 0 is 70.
I was about to say 70.
Well, the answer is 70. Thank you for your help, Jordan. All right, Tessa, can you unmute your mic for me? All right, what about the ones place? How many is there?
5.
All right, so how much is that 5 worth?
5.
Good job. All right. Tessa, can you read this number for me?
6,175.
Thank you. Okay, you can mute yourself and we're gonna go back, we're gonna go on to the next slide real quick. All right, so we're gonna look more at 6,575. And we're gonna look at it in expanded form. Give me a thumbs up if you know what expanded form is. Do you guys know what expanded form is? I got a thumbs up from Clarence. Tessa, good job, Tessa. What about you, Jaden? Do you know what expanded form is? No? Okay, well let's look at it. So let's look at our thousands blocks. So we're calling these cubes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember these base 10 blocks right here are representing the number 6,575. So we have 6 cubes, so that's how we know to put the 6,000 there. We have 5 hundreds or 5 flats, so we know to put the 500 there. We have 7 tens or 7 longs, so we know that that's equal to 70. And then we have 5 ones, so we know that that is equal to 5. So we're going to look a little more into expanded form real quick. So I did this first one for you. So you're going to want to look from left to right. So you're going to want to look from this 1 all the way over to the 8. So when you break it down, you're breaking it down by place value. So we know that our 1 is in the thousands place. So we put our 1, and then the way you know how many zeros to put behind it, you look at how many digits are behind that 1. So how many digits are behind that 1? Put up your fingers. 1, 2, 3. So you'll have 3 zeros behind that 1. These zeros are just kind of acting like placeholders for that 5, 2, and the 8. So the same thing with our hundreds place. How many zeros are behind, how many numbers are behind that 5? 1, 2. So there's 2 numbers behind that 5, so you're just gonna bring your 5 down and put 2 zeros behind it. And you'll know that that 5, the value of it is 500. So we're gonna do the same thing with our 2. Bring down our 2. How many numbers are behind our 2? Put up your finger, just 1. So we're gonna put 1 0 zero behind it. And then our 8, how many numbers are behind our 8? Clarence? Clarence, how many numbers are behind our 8?
Just 8.
Just 8. There's nothing behind it. So we'll just put our 8. So for me, it's easier to write it like this when you line it up. But for expanded form, they want it to go horizontal. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to take each of these numbers and you're going to put a plus sign between each of them. Just like I have it down here. Do y'all get that? Are y'all understanding that? Can you give me a thumbs up if you are? Thumbs up. Okay, good, because I want y'all to do one for me right here, and we're going to type it on here. All right. Tessa, can you tell me what this one's worth right here?
What's big?
1,000. And how'd you know that?
Because there's a comma. And if you count 3, that's 1 place, 10th place, and next place.
Yes.
Comma, that means there's going to be a 1,000.
Good job, Tessa. All right, you can mute yourself back. And Clarence, can you help me on the 8?
The answer is 800.
Okay, and what do we talk about? What does 00 mean?
Just 2 zeros.
Okay, and what's that number mean?
100.
800s. Yes, that is right. Good job, Clarence. Jaden. Jaden, I need you to stay in front of the camera for me. Jaden, what's this 3? What will I put with this 3? How many zeros go behind it?
Just 2.
2 zeros go behind the 3. Really? How many numbers are behind the 3 in this number? You don't know? Well, let's look at it. So we have a 1, 8, 3, and a 4. So if there's only one number behind that 4, how many zeros are going to, if there's only one number behind that 3, how many zeros are going to go behind that 3? Remember, we have one number behind it, and these zeros are just placeholders. So what would that be? You can look at the one beside it if you need some help.
8.
An 8, not an 8. Look at it down at the bottom. What do I have beside that 2 right there?
A 20.
No, what's beside that 2?
A 0.
A 0, that is right. Alright, Jordan. What about this 4? How would you write that 4 in expanded form? Since it's in the ones place, is there any numbers behind that 4? No. So if there's no numbers behind that 4, that means it has to be in the ones place. So if it's in the ones place, there's not going to be any zeros behind it. So we're just going to put a 4. Alright, I need somebody to raise their hand and help me type this out in horizontal form. Clarence, I'll get you to help me first. So what will I type first?
1, 8, 3, 4.
No, look at this right here that we typed out. We have to transfer it into this form right here.
Okay.
So help me. What can I write? What can I type?
8.
What did we finish typing our 1,000?
No.
Okay, so first, so we do a 0, 0, 0, 3 zeros.
Yeah, 3 zeros.
And what comes between 2 numbers in expanded form?
80.
An 80.
108.
What about a plus sign? Can't forget our plus sign. All right, and then, good job, Clarence. I'm going to let Tessa help me with this next part, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Tessa, what comes next?
8.
Okay? And what comes after that 800? What was that? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. A plus sign. That is right. Good job, Tessa. Oh, hang on one second. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Alright, so let me add our plus sign in, just like Tessa said. Okay, Jordan, what comes after this 800 and the plus sign? Jordan, I need you to pay attention, and Jaden, I need you to quit hitting whatever you're hitting towards the screen, please. What'd you say, Jordan?
80.
We're not an 80. What comes after the 800 when we listed it out?
Okay, a 0.
No, not a 0. Here's our 800. What comes after the 800?
30.
A 30, that's right. And what comes after the 30? What sign? Now, what sign comes after the 30?
0.
Now, what sign?
What sign? Plus.
A plus sign, and then you said a.
0.
All right. So we've looked at numbers in standard form, word form, base 10 form, and expanded form. Does anybody have any questions on any of these forms? On any of these different forms? Because if you do, I need you to raise your hand so we can help you. If you understand it all, can I have a thumbs up? Good job, Clarence. Okay, Jaden. Can I have a thumbs up if you understand it all? A thumbs down if you don't? I got a thumbs up from Jordan. 2 thumbs up from Jaden. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to present something else to y'all real quick. Because we're about to do a little, just a quick little sheet together. Okay. Okay, can everybody see the my base 10 blocks and my thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones chart? Give me a thumbs up if you can see it. All right, guys. So I want y'all to help me write this number in standard form. So first, Tessa, take yourself off mute and tell me what the first number I'll write is based off these base 10 blocks.
4,000.
So 4,000. So anytime you say 1,000, you always put your comma. Thank you, Tessa. Tessa, go ahead and tell me what would I put next when looking at the hundreds place. How many flats are there?
600.
600. So we have our 6 in our hundreds place. All right, Tessa, you can mute yourself. Good job. Clarence, can you tell me what we'll put next and when we're looking at our tens place?
100.
No, we're going to look at our tens place. See, we have our thousands place, our hundreds place, and now we need our tens place.
Okay.
How many longs do we have in our tens place?
30.
30. So how would we write that in a number? Just count the number of longs you have right here.
10, 20, 30.
Yep, that's right. So we have, the value of this is 30, but we have 1, 2, 3 longs, right? So putting this 3 in the tens place, you're right, equals 30, but we'll just put that 3 there when we're doing it in standard form. Jaden, can you help me with the ones place? Mute yourself, please. How many do we have in our ones place?
2.
2. So what will we write after our 3?
I don't know.
Jaden, look, we have our thousands place written down, our hundreds, our tens. Now our ones, we have 2 in our ones place. So what will we write? Because we're writing in our ones place right now. you just told me. How many blocks are in the ones place? How many units are in the ones place?
2.
Okay, so we will write down 2. Alright. Jaden, can you tell me what number I have written down right here?
4,060.
Alright, so our 6 is in our hundreds place. So since our 6 is in our hundreds place, we're going to say 632. Okay? So I'm going to get you to help me write this in word form. Alright, what's this for right here? What's this for stand for? It's equal to what you just told me. Okay, so we have a 4 in the thousands place. So what is it? No, we have 4. Read this number for me one more time.
40,000.
Okay, stop right there. You said 4,000, so that means our first number is 4,000. So that's all you do with word form. How you say it, you just write it in words. So we have 4,000. Alright, Jaden, I'm going to get you to mic yourself back. Clarence, can you tell me what I write for this 6 right here? So we have 4,000.
Which number we're looking
The 6 right here that's underlined.
Okay.
So we have 4,000.
600.
600. Good job, Clarence. All right, Clarence, you can mic yourself. You can mute yourself, and Tessa, I'm going to get you to help me finish it off. What's our last 2 stand for?
That is the 10.
That is the tens, and what's the other place beside it?
1.
All right, so we have a 3 and a 2 in our tens and our ones. So how would we write it? So we have 4,600. Read that number for me, Tessa.
That's 400. That's 400.
Hang on. Remember, we have our comma right here, so what is it?
4,632.
Oh, what'd you say at the end? What'd you say after 600?
32.
Okay, so that's what we'll write down right here. We'll just write 32. Do y'all see how I did that? You're just writing down everything you say when you read that number. Yeah, and you're just putting in words. Because those are the same exact things. So you have your 4,000, your 600, and your 32. Okay, so now let's look at it in expanded form. Let's do it the same way we did it a second ago. 4,632. And we're just going to bring it down. So what's this 4 worth? Tessa?
Ma'am?
What's the 4 worth? What's the value of this 4 right here?
4,000.
4,000, okay. Alright, Tessa, and what's the value of that 6?
600.
600. Alright, Tessa, I'm going to get you to mute yourself. And, Clarence, can I have your help with this next number?
Yes.
Alright, what's this 3 worth? Remember, you told me earlier when you were telling me what these 10 stand for.
30.
30, that's right. Okay, and Jordan, since you want to join us, how about you help me with the 2? Take yourself off mute. What will we write for that 2? What's the value of that 2 at the end of the number? What's the value of that 2? It's in the ones place, remember. So remember, if you're in the ones place, you don't have a 0 behind you. So that 2 equals what? Jaden, I need you to pay attention to me.
So it's going to be 4.
No. It's not going to be 4 if you have a 2 in the ones place.
Oh.
So what is it?
It's going to be 200.
It's not going to be 200 because it's in the ones place. Look up here. How many is... So each of these equal 1. So it's basically 1 plus 1. So what's 1 plus 1? What's 1 plus 1?
4.
That's 2. So that's exactly what it's going to equal. It's going to equal 2. So can somebody help me write this in the where it's supposed to be horizontal? Who can help me with that? Clarence, you can? All right, Clarence, unmute yourself and help me. What will I write first?
Alright. Right first on the hundreds.
Remember, we do thousands. We do thousands first. So what would we write if we're writing thousands first? Look at that right there, the one that I put a square around. Or you can look up here. The thousands. What would we write first?
4.
4. 4 what? Remember, it's in the thousands place, so you're going to have 4.
400.
Not quite 400. It's a little bit bigger than 400. So what?
Okay.
What do we have? What do we have before our hundreds? You have the 4 right, but it's just it's not going to be hundreds. What comes right after our hundreds place?
After my hundreds place, tens.
No, look on the other side. Okay, so we have our hundreds right here. What's right here?
1,000.
Okay, so if it's in our thousands place, what is it going to be? 4 what?
400.
Not 400. You just said it for me. What's beside our hundreds place?
Which y'all would.
Our thousands is beside our hundreds place. So instead of saying 400, instead of saying 400, we're going to say 4 what?
4,000.
4,000. Good job. All right, what comes after a number when you're writing in expanded form? What sign? You always have one kind of sign on there.
Sign.
A plus sign. Good job. Tessa, can you cut your camera on and help me with the next one, please? Thank you. All right, what goes after our 4,000, Tessa?
600.
Plus 600. All right. Jaden, what comes after our 600? Jaden, unmute yourself and help me. What comes after 600? Jordan, I'd hate for you to get in trouble. I really need you to pay attention to me. Jaden, what comes after our 600? What number?
I don't know.
Look at it. Look at what I'm showing you right here. So we have our 4,000, our 600, and what comes next?
A 2.
Not a 2. Not yet. Not quite. What comes before the 2? So we have our 600 right here.
A 0.
No, not a 0. Look at it right here. What is that?
A 30.
A 30. That's right. And you said what comes after the 30 already. What comes after the 30?
A 2.
A 2. That's right. So that is how we're going to write it in expanded form. So do y'all have any questions for me on this? Because you're about to do, you do have a question, Jaden?
Yeah.
No, you don't? Okay. you're about to complete a Google form for me, and it's super quick and simple. It's just like this. I give you your base 10 blocks. On number 1, you're going to write it in standard form. Number 2, you're going to write it in Word form. Number 3, you're going to write it in expanded form. And then the last question, I just need you to type something up for me. But make sure when you do that, each question is a different kind of problem. Each question has different base 10 blocks. I want y'all to pay close attention to that for me. So let me show y'all where to go into to see it. Alright, let me present for y'all real quick before we get off. Okay, do y'all see Google Classroom where I'm presenting it to y'all? Give me a thumbs up if you see it, please. Thumbs up. I got thumbs up from almost everybody. I'm waiting on Clarence and Jaden and Jordan. Do y'all see it? I got Tessa's. Tessa's giving me 2 thumbs up. Jaden, do you see it on your screen? If you see it on your screen, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. So do y'all see right here where it says Carly Lee posted a new assignment, place value quiz? If you see that, give me a thumbs up. Alright, so that's what you're going to click on to do this little review, okay? So that is what I want you guys to do for me, okay? Maybe have it done by tomorrow or Friday. Does that sound good to everybody? It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes, okay? Thumbs up. Alright, well you guys did so good today, and I'm so proud of how all of y'all were. And y'all can go. Thank y'all so much.